I'm very proud of our team for once again finding a way to win without one of our starters. You know, this is the second game in a row we've had to step on the floor without Janice Montecano, who's a senior leader who does a lot for us, and to see other people step into her roles and continue to step up. It's the second game in a row. Sarah St. Ford's had 9 rebounds. I thought Jada hit a big 3 late that we needed, and those are 2 kids that are filling in for Janice at her position. You know, there's some things we could have done better. The first half, I thought we could have got Kayla a lot more shots. She took 1 shot. She should never take 1 shot. We've got to work the ball and get her that more. But I think part of what we're dealing with is not even basketball's health. You know, we got half our locker rooms coughing up a storm before the game, at halftime, and on the bench. I think part of it is I hope we get healthy soon because I think that's really weighing on our minds right now.
The fourth
Was, you know, this game's nip and tuck, and we better step up, and everybody better be a threat. And I was proud of Olivia Cunningham for coming in and hitting a big shot. I was proud of our players for making their free throws. You know, that's been kind of our nemesis leading up to today, and we hit free throws down the stretch when we needed to, and in a close game that can be the difference. I also thought, you know, doing a better job defensively, making Dickerson work a little bit harder for her shots. You know, I think she's a really nice player, and I think there's some things maybe we could have chosen to do defensively a little bit better to stop her tonight. But she really did take advantage of what we were trying to do defensively, and we can get better. I think some of that is dealing with some health stuff. We're not moving at the pace we used to move because we're a little sick right now.
It seemed like Dickerson kind of controlled the game a lot in the first half, especially. Is that something you kind of saw as well?
We talked a lot about that at halftime. She really did. She picked us apart, and I really thought we didn't have very good ball pressure. When they were setting screens, we weren't scrambling back to her fast enough. We weren't rotating, so she was able to, when the post player came over, hit the weak side block, and then when we finally had to cover that up, she was able to see the weak side wing. But when you have pressure, she shouldn't be able to see that. We'll get better at that. I think film will help us with that. And then we tried to do some defensive things differently by putting Sarah St. Ford on her, put a bigger defender on her, and that seemed to help a little bit more in the second half.
It seemed like Mariella was looking for a shot a little bit more, maybe.
A little bit more,
Yeah.
and Coach Cullop would like a lot more than that. But you know, it was good to see her step up and hit a 3 late, and to also be aggressive going to the hole. You know, she just makes things happen. Gets her hands on passes, rotates. You know, that kid's got an incredible IQ, and you know, she even when her shot's not falling, she does good things for us. But it was good for her to be aggressive and to look for it again tonight.
You guys tightened up the turnovers too in the second half. I think you had 8 in the first.
Yep. To only have 2 or 3 in the second half was good. And you're right, we need to take better care of the basketball. But I think some of it was getting used to them. You know, I think they were guarding us at about 8 to 10 feet. You know, it almost was like a zone because they were sagging so much. But the way we've been shooting it, I probably would have done the same thing against us until we proved we could shoot outside. I think the difference was we made outside shots in the second half and made them have to come guard us. Then other things opened up.
Head to Buffalo during the week. How important is it to kind of hold your own at home in the match?
Well, we let one get away at home against Ball State. We don't want to let that happen again. Obviously, it's tough to play on the road, especially someplace like Buffalo where they're picked to do very well in our league. But it's going to be a true test for us to see where we're at this point. You know, there's a chance we could have Janice back, and we're hoping that happens. But we got to take that day to day. But even if it doesn't, we just got to prepare to be the best Toledo team we can be on the road, and hopefully play better defensively in the first half than we did tonight.
Coach, how about Beach? What's her situation?
Well, you know, we were going to play her, and then she got a concussion the very next day. She caught an elbow, an inadvertent elbow, and so unfortunately, she's going through the concussion protocol right now. So I don't really have a day I can tell you we're going to have her then. It's just I have to wait till the trainers tell me that we can see her again, even in practice. So everything's kind of a question mark right now. I wish I had her because I would love to play her.
with the bug going around the team, what do you do to manage them? I mean, obviously extra rest, but obviously you always get quick turnarounds.
Right. I think one thing you noticed tonight is I was just trying to sub a lot. You know, I'm trying to not leave people out there for too long because I knew they were dying, and they were giving me what they could. But you know, anybody that's had a cold or flu understands what that feels like. You know, you feel like crap. You're trying to run down a basketball court and trying to think, and it doesn't always work the way you want it to. But I was very proud of our kids. I thought they were mentally tough tonight to push through. But I still think of just rest, you know, and being smart. The one nice thing is, you know, our kids aren't in classes right now, so they can rest a little bit. But I think we have to take advantage of tomorrow. Rest up, lots of fluids, make sure they're eating right, and be smart with how we're practicing. You know, I took it a little bit easier on them this week because I knew that was the case.